Installing Linux Air Combat from the Arch user repository. This is part 3, showing the installation details. This then is my Manjaro desktop Linux. I'm going to activate their repository by clicking down here on this little shield. And in the prior episode, I turned on the AUR as one of the sources of my packages. So now I can do a search. I could search for example, Linux-Air Combat. That's the name of the package, the way it's been put in there. And here it shows up. Alternatively, just to show you something else, I'm going to search for Combat Flight Simulator. So if we come up here and search, I've restarted the package manager. I'm going to search for Combat Flight Simulator. And same thing, it finds a Linux Air Combat. This is the only combat flight simulator that's available in these repositories. So there is Linux Air Combat version 8.47. That's the one I want. I'm going to click on Build. Whereupon I need to click Apply, and it will start downloading the necessary pieces. Decides what I need. It makes a list of all of the prerequisites that are needed to compile, link, and run Linux Air Combat. I'm going to click Apply. It demands my root password to do this. I'll click on Authenticate. This process should look very familiar to anybody that's been doing Linux for very long. This is how you get, this is the normal way you get packages from a standard Linux repository. The only real trick here is to activate the AUR as we showed in the prior clip from this series, from this YouTube playlist. Downloading, it says 7 seconds remaining. I'm using a medium speed internet connection here, nothing real fancy. Download is finished. Now we don't have to do anything, I'm just going to sit here and wait. It will compile Linux Air Combat, link it, and get it ready to run. It's also installing, of course, all the prerequisites and the compiler. Here's the building portion. The compilation is going on right now. Usually doesn't take very long to build Linux Air Combat. This is not like a big complicated massive application. It builds in a few seconds. Because all of the packages, all the tools are new, it has to initialize everything. If some of these packages were already present, this process would go faster. First time through, activation of the compiler and stuff takes a little extra time, and that's what we're experiencing right now. So we just wait. Building Linux Air Combat. Now it says it's done. Transaction completed. It says a restart is required for the changes to take effect. It does say that. It's probably a good idea to restart, but I know from experience it's really not necessary. So now I can close off the package manager, and that's what it's like to build Linux Air Combat. It's that easy. I didn't have to do anything difficult. I got all the prerequisites. It's really, really easy. This concludes this part 3.